with everyone, and I will pull up my laptop and share this Zen Hub as soon as we're done. So cool. So I'm going to do it without sharing my screen, just a little bit easier for me here. So for myself, intentions, distractions, intentions. Really looking forward to getting caught up with Nice, give you guys some updates about token swaps, and definitely talk about the one give, I guess, if that's something we want to talk about today. And then my distraction is I am in the car, but I will soon be out of the car. And I will pass it to Mr. Giantkin. Giant, did you want to give it attention and distraction? All right, I will alley you a bit to Griff then.
Woo! Yeah, I my intentions are to talk Angel Vault and talk potential token swap leads, and my distractions are that I will just be probably trying to clear DMs because they just never stop. And I'll throw it over to Lauren since we're sharing our mic.
Yeah, thanks, Griff. My intentions for the call are to just, I guess if there's anything to talk about Angel Vault stuff in this call, and maybe if at the end of the call we have time or we end early, I can use the time like with people like Griff or whoever wants to participate to figure out how much give we need for give power. Mm-hmm. That's like a GIVeconomy research thing. Yeah, that could be fun. It would be great to have input from other people. Otherwise, it's just gonna be me and Griff hanging out.
It's usually what it is.
Yeah, anyway. But yeah, my distractions are I'm trying to make issues from the last call, and I'm doing other work, but I'm also hanging out. And I will pass it to Yas, if she's here. I didn't look. Yeah, she is.
Lauren, so intentions for the call, obviously updates of the Angel Vault. Just to listen and also see what how did the call with Ichi went, since I had to drop out. Sorry about that. And if there is some time, I wanted to just talk about the BitDAO very quickly. Some updates there. And as for distractions, none at the moment. And with that, I'll pass it to Jess.
There's me.
Awesome. So that looks like everyone. Actually, Giant, if you wanted to chime in if your mic's working.
Yep. Intentions, obviously the Angel Vault, the one give, stuff like that, and keeping up with everything else. And distractions. My kid just called about his eBay account was just compromised. That was all.
Uh-oh. Hope everything works out with that. Cool. So I am on my laptop pulling up Discord right now, so give me a moment. I'll get us started. Giveth. Also, thank you for Giant for making this this new meeting space. I guess we'll host it from here from now on. I don't know if there's a way you can update. Okay, here we go. I'm on my laptop now. I don't know if there's a way that we can update the meeting space in the Gmail or the Google Meet, but it still says platform. I don't know who has access to the calendar, but maybe just something that we can look at. Anyway, go ahead and share my screen.
Lauren said she's on it, but I was muted. Sorry.
Awesome. Appreciate it. Cool. So, Zen Hub time. This is GitHub. Where is Zen Hub? Why is the board not pulling up? heck? Oh. Give me 1 second. Oh man, I can't remember my password. Why did it log me out? Let's try this. No. Okay, I gotta reset my password. I'm sorry, guys. This is unplanned. I don't know what.
No worries. I mean, we could start with Yas and BitDAO.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, cool. It's a very quick update. I've been speaking to Brian, who's kind of pushing our proposal in the community. What would be the requirements for us to get it up on the snapshot vote? And basically, he was saying that we need to get the word out there and give it more visibility from our side to kind of get the word going. What I am trying to do from my end is to just get in touch with as many BitDAO ambassadors or delegates who have the power to put proposals on Snapshot and just have a call with them or start a discussion with them who have the voice. But I guess in terms of Giveth, it would be good if we can also kind of spread the word a little bit more. I don't know what other than Twitter we can use. I guess that would be like the final medium. But maybe Lauren, would it make sense if like you and I just get in touch with you and try to draft some nice tweets about it and kind of promote it a little bit more from our side, and then ask community to retweet it from their end just to get the word spread.
Definitely.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. I'm happy to have that together, yes. Or if you want to draft a tweet and send it to me, then I can review it and tweet it out and just kind of like just tell me what you want and I'll make it happen. The other thing we can do also is that when we share it, we can let people know like on our team beforehand that it's kind of like an important tweet and we want people to boost it and then try to get more amplification like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, great. So I'll just write you later today or tomorrow and we can get the ball rolling on that front and ask the community to share it as well.
Yeah, and just to make sure that we don't avoid the words investment and things like that, like this is a partnership where we grant them, we're just giving them a grant of, 5% of our token supply.
Yeah, exactly. Great, cool. So that's it, basically from BitDAO part.
And by the way, BitDAO is probably the most important thing, honestly, that we have in our like roadmap right now. They're willing to give us we're gonna ask them for $2.5 million. $2.5 million. Like that's basically enough of money for us to run for a couple of years, given our current costs. So that would be amazing.
That would be so cool.
That would be amazing. And they've never voted no for a proposal that made it up. So
Yeah, exactly. We just need to get it out.
we need to get it up. We need to push this, and we should all support Yas. Yas, is there anything else that you think you need help with?
No, it's the visibility from our side. That's it. And as I said, I'm using your help, Griff, with your social media to get in touch with the BitDAO ambassadors. I suppose like the
Great.
chance of them responding to you is quite high. So let's see.
That's great. I haven't really been paying attention, so thank you for doing that, Yas.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're the best.
Thank you.
Here, here.
Yeah, cheers. Cheers to Yas.
Awesome. Cool. So thank you for going over that. I agree. That's super cool to hear.
yeah, 2.5 million is a lot of runway for sure. So that's awesome for everyone. Cool. So yes, I guess if you need any support from the group, obviously you've been no stranger to reaching out to people. So please continue to do so. And awesome. Another thing, while we're on the topic, I was actually listening to a podcast the other day, and I didn't realize, but apparently Optimism funds a lot of public goods as well. So might just have that in your back pocket. I'll look into exactly what's going on with how you can acquire one from Optimism, but definitely something to look at. Maybe get some OP tokens or something.
Absolutely. I've been thinking about this for a long time, because I have to vote on all this as an Optimism delegate. And now that we have, it would be really cool to see if Optimism or Cello or Polygon, I don't think Polygon will, but Optimism and Cello, I think would both pay us so that we could add them to, so that people can donate on those chains and receive givebacks. We really should take advantage of their grants. They have huge grants things that they give out. So, yeah, we could totally apply, and I would have to abstain as a delegate, but I do know all the delegates and can answer questions to them in social media and stuff like that. Try to make it happen. And they would give us OP, and what they expect is for us to somehow reward people with the OP or reward ourselves with the OP in one way or another. I would say we'd ask for a giant token swap or something and put it on mainnet, or we can put it on Optimism and then add them. I don't know. There's a million ways we could structure this. So we should just look at the proposals that are to what we would offer and make one.
Hello, can anyone hear me?
Yep, we hear you.
Wait, sorry about that. My computer died. Get back to the room real quick. Boom. Okay. All over the place today. I apologize for that. So yeah, I think that definitely warrants creating a ticket for this. So I'll just put it in here, and we can fill in the details later. But let me see.
Yeah, Optimism and Cello, I think, would also be interested. And maybe before we completely leave the BitDAO partnership, we will need a snapshot on our side too, to kind of decide where the money should come from for the BitDAO partnership, because it's going to be 50 million tokens, but in a stream, right? So we'd allocate a 50 million token stream. Now the NRGive DAO can do that for sure, but we'd have to take it from something, and the original idea was to take it from the garden and to give it to BitDAO, since the garden has 33% of the total supply.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of a weird way to do it. There's not a real clean way to do it, I think. So some thought will need to be put into that. I really wish I would have talked with Mitch and Amin while we're all here together. Maybe I'll put together a Discord group chat and see if we can make progress on it there.
Cool. Sounds good. Awesome. So I'll go ahead and just start going through some epics. So for token swaps, 2 of them in the Icebox, Agave, DAO House. I don't see any reason to move either of those out. And the backlog is Ichi Give. So I will give Yas the floor on this one if she wants to give an update. Maybe if we want to move it to in progress, or just a general update, keep it in the backlog for now. The floor is yours.
No, nothing actually, but we're having weekly update calls with them because the Angel Vault is starting to be operational. So I will push that forward next week, unless I don't know, Griff, did it come up today during the call at all?
What exactly?
The token swap.
We didn't talk about the token swap. I forgot.
That's all right. So I guess next week call, I will try to bring it up and we'll have some updates then.
Yeah. We talked about the loan. Oh no, we didn't even talk about the loan. Honestly, I don't think we're gonna do the loan. I don't think it makes much sense.
Why is there so? Okay. Awesome. Cool. So I will go ahead and move that from the backlog then, I guess, to in progress. I think that makes sense. Awesome. Thanks for the update. Cool. Moving along. Balancer Give. So I had a conversation with Freiheit about this one. He and I are going to split this up 50-50. I have not had any time to reach out to these DAOs. I know he's got some contacts in these as well. So he suggested making an individual ticket for each one to try and just keep track of it a little bit better instead of having a million different comments down here. So I think that's a good idea. I haven't gotten around to doing it yet, but we're going to split this up 50-50 and see what we can tackle. By all means, if there's another one you want to throw in here, please do so. But yeah, progress is slow, but it's starting to get spun up now. So this will get some more updates in it, and I'll probably turn this into an epic, honestly, just so I can keep track of, or maybe I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but I'm going to create an individual ticket for each one so we can track them that way. Awesome. So the next one on the list is going to be Panvala. Forgive me, I don't recall where we left off on this one, so I'll scroll down.
Oh, he was very. I actually reached out to Naran, and I can read what he said, which was not interesting. He's like, he doesn't do token swaps. It's locked up like Bitcoin's future supply. Yeah. So they said no. They said.
I don't know.
Yeah, Prime is done.
I had some problems logging into my ChadFi, so I'm going to close this one when I log back in. But
D2.
Okay.
I don't know what DL is. D2D. Just Prime tokens. What's Prime there?
Cool. Next up is Honey. So good progress on this one. So Paul from HoneySwap, who we all know, or I'm sorry, Paul from OneHive, rather, who we all know, is working with Freiheit directly. He is going to post the proposal that's linked above into OneHive, and then once that's done, Freiheit said he will post on the Giveth side. So really just waiting on Paul to get that posted, and once that does get posted, I'll leave a comment here with the link, and we can all go show it some love, and then Freiheit will follow shortly after with the Giveth proposal. All right. The next one, I think it was DAO Land. I don't know that there's been any progress on this one. I think where we left it off.
Oh, that's DLD.
DLD is DAO Land. This is Freiheit's one of, I think he's one of the admins, or it is his child, but I'm not sure exactly the relationship there. But anyway, this was proposed by Freiheit, or Simone, and he's working with Kotabe. It's basically just regenerative farming, I think, is like the best way to put it. It's like a DAO to be able to own a stake in regenerative farming, initially starting in Italy and then kind of branching out. I know Mitch had some reservations about it. Basically, it'd be like Giveth funding DAO Land, so to speak. So Freiheit was going to create a forum post. I haven't seen any pop up, but that's kind of where we left this one off. So I'm going to leave it in progress because I think Freiheit's still working on that, but I don't have an update for everyone other than that. Cool. Prime DAO. This one, I believe, got funded.
Just because I'm assigned also to that one. Hey, by the way, hi everyone, Jim.
Jim.
Do you want to follow up that with Freiheit, or do you want me to send him a message just to see, where is he standing with because as far as I know, I think Dowland also doesn't have a token right now. But I don't know. Do you want to follow up, or do you want me to follow up?
I didn't catch that last part. You said as far as you know. What was that?
I don't think that Dowland has a token yet, but maybe I'm mistaken.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't have a problem following up with him. I've got a call with him every Friday, so I can talk to him then.
Okay, awesome.
Awesome. Good deal. The next one is Prime, which I believe Mitch left a comment. The wallets have been funded, or rather the multi-sigs have been funded. Let me double check, make sure I'm not lying to you. Yeah, funding is complete.
I think it's done. I think we have the liquidity pool, don't we?
There was one more transaction.
Was there one more?
I just signed a transaction and didn't execute.
But that was the liquidity pool. Oh, that's...
Sign off to send our D2D from Prime down to the multi-sig that will make the D2D give LP.
Ah, nice. Can't be done until...
It's not. What has to happen? Sorry, I missed that.
I think it's just like it's like in the stages of executing.
Yeah, I think so.
Mitch still hasn't created the LP, but like we have all the tokens and stuff. It's just the phase of it, right?
Yep.
Cool. All right, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt that he's going to do that this week.
Oh yeah, that should be done. That should be done this week for sure.
Cool.
He's very committed. He's doing this on the airplane.
Cool. Awesome. All right, looked like there was one more. The last one we've got is Gitcoin. So Griff, I will let you take the floor, sir.
Hold on, it's just on another call.
Oh, okay. We can come back to this one. Cool. So that's it for token swaps, and we'll revisit the Gitcoin swap whenever Griff gets done with this call. Awesome. So the Angel Vault. So it sounds like OneGive is mintable. That is awesome. Icebox in progress. Sweet. So I guess we're going to be talking about this ticket then. Where did I leave this one off? Awesome. Yes. Would you like to take the floor?
Yeah.
We didn't talk about this.
Go ahead, Laura.
Yeah. So I think we already know how much give we're gonna. The next steps are I wrote them all down in a previous call. I don't remember.
Oh,
we need to basically like set up our. I moved it into the GIVeconomy develop call. I think it's at this phase. I don't know if there's anything else we need to discuss here, but basically we need to make our incentives program card on the Give farm, and so that people will be able to stake their LP token. And then other than that, I think there's like a couple of like decisions that need to be made about rebuild stuff, right?
More about how we design the incentives.
What do you mean?
Like rewards
For
every 2
Angel?
weeks for the LP tokens.
Oh.
When they put how much tokens?
I thought we were just gonna do it flat.
Is that what we're gonna do? Just do it flat?
Maybe we never talked about it.
I don't think we talked. So that's what we need to talk.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we should talk about that now.
Yeah, maybe end of the call. Maybe get through all the other quick points.
Yeah.
And this is like a long discussion.
Yeah. So anyway, we've already decided how much we're going to put for incentives, but we haven't decided how much needs to should go out each week, because maybe we want to do like some pattern where like the APRs pump and then they go back down and then they pump and then go back down. And now that Griff's mentioning it, we haven't decided that. So if we have time at the end of the call, we can do a little hack But other than that, I think one give has been set up and you can mint one give already. So it's really like the blockers are like us figuring out our farming incentives.
Cool. Awesome. So we will revisit that one at the end of the call if we've got time. I don't think I've got anything after this, so I can hang around as well. That's it for the one give Angel Vault as far as what we've got for open tickets. So yeah, like I said, we'll revisit that one. The next one up is it the only 3 epics? I guess so. The next one up is austerity measures. So this one's going to include the NICE token. Oh, the NICE token's not tagged under research. I guess that's why it didn't pop up. But so I guess Giantkin, we've kept Hedgie in the icebox for a while. Do you want to talk to that one at all, or do you want us to keep it on the backlog for now?
I just pointed out another option. It seems pretty cool, and I just got my first. That's all. Just ideas. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. That's what we want. Cool. So I know we got a lot going on. Let's how about this? Let's finalize the Angel Vault, and then once we get some bandwidth, we'll revisit that one. But I guess in the meantime, if any of the team wants to look into that a little bit further, feel free to populate some comments in the ticket. Cool. We hit on BitDAO funding. The UMA Success Token. Forgive me. Yes. Did you talk about that one earlier? I don't know if I heard you mention that one. I think we're just
put this on hold. No more updates still.
Okay. Cool. I think that is it. Oh yeah, so we didn't get the chance to all talk last week, but I did some looking into BitDAO. It looks pretty legit. I'm not gonna lie. It is pretty heavily owned by Bybit, which is a derivatives platform. Is founded, technically their headquarters in China, but it was really founded in. Their headquarters in Singapore, but it was really like the bulk of the operations goes on in China. I counted up to 22% of the total BIT token, so about 10 billion is owned by Bybit. And they're a continuous funder of BitDAO. They've obviously got some super strong backing, Peter Thiel, the Founders Fund, Pantera, Dragonfly, and Spartan, all of which seem to be pretty healthy. I don't think any of them, on the surface level, at least, got hit super hard by the contagion that just happened. So I think they're pretty well backed. It seems like a pretty decent distribution of the top holders. Their vesting schedule didn't look sketchy to me. So yeah, I think this is full of go. Not that we weren't already going to do it, but just a little background. If anyone wants to check out those links and look for yourself. But yeah, no, I think this was definitely a great find. Yeah, so congrats again for the find on this. Sweet. So I think that's it for the austerity measures. So I will go ahead and see if I can find the nice. I guess I'll just have to clear this. Nice. Here we go. Cool. So there's a lot of different tickets. I did not write down exactly what Mitch wanted to talk about, but we'll look at that right now.
Swag prices.
Swag prices. Okay, so let's see if there's a ticket for that.
Yeah, it's the first one.
Boom! Look at that. Awesome. Cool. So, do we just kind of want to, I don't know the phrase for this, but like, lick your thumb and put it in the wind, kind of test the wind, see just do we just want to like put a random number down essentially, or just a gut feel, or do we actually want to do like some background, like swag for hats cost this much? It sounds like it might be a little bit much to do. Maybe just a gut feel. That's what I would do, but what do you guys think?
Yeah, maybe we can just do a gut feel on this cost. The items do have different prices on their own. Like some of them are more expensive than others, so we should maybe take that in consideration. But I'm down to just like gut feel. Like, what do you think this should be worth?
Mhm.
Cool. So I mean those numbers there, I think that we talked about those 2 weeks ago. So that's a 300 to 400% markup plus profit. That all seems super reasonable to me. I mean, long sleeves, I don't know if we're doing those, you could do even more. The flat shipping, I mean, 15, I would say 15 is fine. I don't know. I'm biased because I'm the type of person that will completely cancel an order if the shipping is outrageous. It's just, I don't know. I might be different than other people from that, but
No, it's really hard with shipping because we in the end we won't have flat rate. It will cost us a certain amount. So people who are in China and India are who it costs the most to send to, and $40, depending on where they are in those countries. So it's really hard. Like, we'd have to talk with Christopher to see if we can just like pass that shipping cost estimate to the front end and just let it be what it is. That would be so nice because shipping in the States is like $4 sometimes. That's the cheapest I've seen. Most of the time it's around 7 to 10.
yeah.
It shouldn't have to be that much.
So this might have been what you were saying, but just to kind of to do another spin on it. So could we say like India, China, $40, the rest of the world, $5 to $10? That's, I guess, a really simple way to do it.
I mean, we could look at what the prices are from the give drop, because we did mail all the give drop and we could get real prices. But we would have to, we just have to talk to Christopher to see what's possible of projects we have to develop our own.
Yeah, definitely. Okay.
So it's this guy Keshi and Christopher and RB. They are the swag, and Tomo. These are the swag store. This is the swag store team, and I could ask Tomo right now to see what he thinks because he's around.
I'm not sure if that's how you spell his name, but
Tomo.
Cool. Sweet. So yeah, I guess we'll leave that at that. I'm gonna go line by line and get a thumbs up or a thumbs down for each one of these. Hats, $40. I think that's fine. Regardless whether we're talking about a dad hat or a flat bill or a bucket hat, I think $40 is fine. If anyone objects, say nay. Otherwise, I'll move on and we'll give a thumbs up for that one. Cool. Mugs, $20. That's pretty standard, I think, for a swag mug. I don't think there's a problem with that. Any nays? Okay. Big mugs, 25. I think probably we could go as high as 30, but I think 25 is reasonable. Any nays? Cool. Shirts, 50. Yeah, again, I think we could go higher, probably 60, but I think 50 is reasonable. We're not trying to.
I think the higher we go, the better, because it's like people are getting nice tokens from donating to the Giveth project, and like only half of the funds are actually going to like buy gift tokens from the OTC desk. So anyway, it ends up costing grips just money. That's kind of the thing. I think we should go higher on everything that we can acceptably go higher on. Also, the tote bags cost $20 to make, so we should definitely not charge.
Tote bags cost $20 to make. Oh, these aren't okay. So they're okay. These
the prices. Hats cost about $20. Mugs cost about like $15, $16. And the shirts cost about $10.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can you say all those one more time? So it's 20. for this. Big mug. Do you know the mug cost to manufacture?
About 15.
15. What? That's not a 300 to 400% markup. It's probably the exact same. Ceramic's cheap. Yeah, I mean, so these are the flat bill hats, I guess. I mean, minimum would be having a profit of 50%. So I think we could probably 50 for a hat. I mean, bucket hats. I think Lauren, you definitely hit the nail on the head last week. I think people will pay more for bucket hats. Is that on the menu, or is it just gonna be the flat bill?
We actually didn't. We can add the bucket hats to the store. They're not there now. The flat bill hats it cost about $20 to make, and then the bucket hats I think were like cost $25 to make or something. That's why we didn't add them to the store before, because everything was costing $20. But yeah, I mean, we can add them if we want to.
I think like 60 to 70 is probably a reasonable range for a bucket hat.
Yeah, 65 sounds good.
Cool. Mugs. I mean, I really think 30 is probably the max I'd go on that. I know we're trying to make a gross margin here, but I think a minimum of 50% gross margin is probably fine.
Yeah.
I'll actually put that here so I don't forget. Minimum 50% gross margin. Big mugs, call it 40. T-shirt, I think this is going to be the big money maker here. I would say, I mean, 50 to 60 bucks. I mean, maybe 55. Meet halfway. Oops. And then totes, maybe 50.
Yeah.
Okay. So in comparison, hats are pretty close to a tote bag. That's about right. A big mug and the mug is the lowest. That makes sense. And T-shirts are in line with the hat. Maybe this would be more than, because T-shirts are usually more than hats. Okay, I'm comfortable with these. I kind of pulled these out of thin air, but any suggestions?
I think that looks fine.
Awesome. I will take the rest of the silence as agreement. Cool. What else did Mitch want to talk about? He said one more thing. Issues 638 and 637. So this was 654, not even close. 638, 657. So the banner, this one seems like it would be in your call, Lauren.
The banner I passed off because I don't know how to update that. So Mitch is asking Christopher. I think the only thing that we needed to talk about nice to the prices. That's the only thing Mitch said in the chat.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. To the agenda 638. Yeah, that looks good. Issue the nice epic. Sweet. Very cool. So that is all we have for today, I believe. Yeah, cool. So I guess we can take the rest of the time to talk about the Angel Vault, and gives us roughly 15 minutes, which should be plenty of time for us. Before I kind of pivot back to talking about the Angel Vault, is there any items that anyone wanted to talk about? I'll give everyone a second to think, and if you want to bring something up, please do.
We did.
Cool. All right. So with that, we will revisit the Angel Vault. So what we wanted to do here is come up with kind of a mechanism for distributing the rewards. So yeah, I guess, right. Are we basing it based off of this? This is kind of the soft agreement here.
Yeah, that was I think talking about.
Yeah. So now one of the questions one of the things that we're debating is whether or not we want to have a variable rate or not. So like, yeah, we have a variable rate for our farm right now, right? Like, actually, I guess that's over. Now it's just flat.
Yeah.
Now we're just flat. But before, when we launched, we did the wave, which was like, it started high and then it went low and then it raised again. It went low again, and now we're on the reach the horizon and we're just flat.
Right. I remember reading this one. I think it's in here.
We could do something. So one of the things with the Angel Vault that's really interesting is that when people put money in, they put sided. They only fill one side of the liquidity. They're always putting in one give, right, which is effectively DAI. So they're always putting in stable coins, but the LP position is a mix of stable coins and give tokens. So when they pull out the position, they actually get give tokens out, and then when they fill the position, put in only stable tokens, right? So when they pull out stable tokens and give. And so we kind of want, it would be interesting to have a potential for variable rates so that we kind of create an incentive for a natural like ebb and flow so that people might pull out.
I see what you're saying.
That's a good idea. That like people would pull out and then they're like, oh, these pools aren't earning good rewards anymore, so they'll pull out, dump their give,
Yeah.
unmint their one give, get their DAI back, or sell
Yeah.
their one give or whatever.
Yeah. And then, but then we can also kind of like, but then it also lets us then put in more. Then we decrease it. People pull out. Maybe they liquidate their gift. Maybe they stake their gift. Whatever they do with their gifts, they do. But then, they effectively just bought that gift.
Mm-hmm.
They had bought that gift with their DAI. And then we increase the rewards again. And maybe they'll come back and put more DAI in and buy it. And that makes the wall strong. Because then we have like people coming in and out and they're pulling out give. They effectively bought a bunch of give by putting, and then then and a lot of people will probably just let it sit and not do anything, just earn the smaller reward.
So
then we can have spikes on rewards, and you can tweet it and be like, "Oh my God, all rewards are 200%."
So it sounds almost like the APR is variable not by time, but it would make sense to do it based on like TVL in the actual LP position. Does that make sense? So like if there's $1 billion, maybe the APR is like 1%. But if there's $100,000, maybe the APR is like 200%.
Yeah. But I think the idea is that like, even if the amount of liquidity isn't changing too much, like on a week by week basis, then you can control the APR with the amount of give that you put in.
Well, yeah, and
the amount of give going out.
I mean, we have a system where we can change APR automatically, or we can change the reward automatically every 2 weeks. So it's like very little effort for us to change the reward rate. The thing that is, it would be a little weird not to do that haphazardly and just say, yeah. I think it would be better to have I don't know, it feels more authentic to say, this is the game that we're playing. Here are the rules. Here's how things will change for the next 6 months, and then execute on that. Rather than doing it in a variable way, because it's not even, the thing is, the Angel Vault is where the TVL itself doesn't have as much of an impact as the type of TVL, right? Like how much dye was put in there. You know, that's what, like, what's the ratio of one give to give that's in the Angel Vault. And what's cool is every time someone deposits, that ratio goes up. And every time someone withdraws, the ratio stays the same. So if we have this like withdraw, deposit, flow, and like we get like volatility in withdrawals and deposits, then things are better than if we have just like a bunch of money put in at the beginning and they all just stay there and no one exits and no one enters. That would actually be worse than if, like, you know, we have some turnover.
Okay.
But it's also more complicated. Maybe it's not worth it. I don't know. Does anyone else have an opinion here?
It almost seems like if we went down that path, we could do something like, let's say we build out a table and it's like ratio, boom, and then up here, let me just go ahead and put a label. So as far as like the cost, so let's say this one's 0.4, this one's 0.6, this one's 0.6, this one's 0.4, and they each approach 1. So maybe this is kind of like the baseline APR, and then as more dye comes up, the APR decreases like X%. And then if we lose dye in the pool, the APR then increases X. Well, I guess it'd be Y%. Well, we could do X. Just keep it literally like a linear decrease and increase curve. Really
I mean, that would be cool. I don't know that we can do that technically.
Oh, okay.
Like, what I know, I mean, we'd have to build something, and maybe we could try to build something, but we could talk to Amin about it. But because in the end, that's very true. I think the ratio, the ratio actually starts out like 100% dye, 0% give, right? So we could have it to start there, and that's like where we start, and then it lowers, it decreases, or whatever. That would be super cool, but we'd have to build some sort of like notified reward bot that is watching the Angel Vaults, and I don't know that we're gonna be able to pull that off this summer.
That we'd be able to put
off.
But
what we can do, I don't know if we can pull it off over the summer while like Lauren's on vacation, Mitch is out, and then like Amin is on vacation now. He should be around most of the time, but you know, summertime is just like a tough time. But I mean, I think maybe it's good to continue this research slot, and maybe we'll be able to pull it off in September, October, and change the way the rewards work. But what we can do is we can change, like, you know, we can adjust it every 2 weeks. And I think that, you know, it's really easy in the way the bot is set. It's that it, like, we can give it a plan to we can set the bot to adjust it every 2 weeks in a predictable way. So my proposal was basically to, like, you know, it starts off at like one rate, and then that rate increases the next week. Or actually, it starts off really high, and then it decreases, after 2 weeks, and then it decreases again after 2 weeks, and then it increases again, then it increases again, and then it decreases, and then it decreases, and then it increases, and then it increases. So that's just like very variable, you know. It just goes up, it goes down and down, and then up and up and up, and it just kind of has these wild.
I totally get what you're saying, and that would be, so for example, it's high, it encourages a deposit, and then when it's low, it encourages a withdrawal, which by definition causes impermanent loss. Well, kind of in a sense, in the favor of Giveth holding DAI or keeping DAI from the depositor, and then yeah, they could market dump give for sure, but then we still have the DAI. And there's also the chance that they stake it in GivePower and use other tools that we have. Does that kind of summarize where your head's at?
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
Pretty much. And the market dump, you know, the thing is they effectively did a market buy, right? Like they only deposited, they never deposited give. They only deposited DAI. So any give that they bought out was actually already dumped on them. So if they dump it when they withdraw, it's like, well, this is just give that's going to be dumped.
Question about that. So it's any give that they will dump, they buy, but also got as rewards, right?
No, they not the give that they got for rewards. I mean, any give that, you know, they'll do what they do with it, but the give that they that when they entered they put in $100 worth of DAI, right? That's it. They didn't put in any give. And then the Angel Vault, effectively, when people sell, it buys the give. So they, with their DAI, they put it up there, and they ended up buying give with their stable. So now, when they withdraw, they're just withdrawing their leftover DAI and some of the give that they bought. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that's clear.
And so if they end up dumping it, well, they're dumping it to the other people who have the Angel Vault. And the Angel Vault should catch it, probably. And but that said, like, hopefully they don't. There'll be a percentage of it that they end up. I mean, these are game players, right? These are people that play the game. So they'll probably be putting in give power and locking it for words and doing these other things.
Yeah. From engagement perspective, I think that it might make sense to keep token holders more engaged, not to give like the whole routine of like in 2 weeks it's gonna go down and then up and then down again and then down again and then up again, but actually kind of like maybe every 2 weeks kind of like release I don't know a message on Twitter or something with an update, and that will probably keep people more engaged with the game.
What kind of update are you imagining?
I mean, like if the APR is gonna change or just change or something, just send a message and maybe people will be tweet about it, and then that will make promotion itself, I guess.
That's a great idea, actually. like, and it could be an easy tweet that actually, Lauren, you could even delegate, just like a tweet thread about our various like farming rewards every 2 weeks after they change. Like, it's a pretty simple tweet that can tell people, especially if maybe any rewards that are high, I don't know, but always the angel vault.
I think it would be super cool in that same vein of what Gatabi recommended is if we did like, if this tweet gets 100 retweets, the APR is this. If this tweet gets 500 retweets, it's this. I think that would be pretty dope because that would drive engagement super high.
Yeah, I mean, I wish. I mean, the thing is, if we are just changing our API, God, it feels a little scammy, doesn't it?
I think so.
It's like the idea here is that we're creating an economic game, and games are way more fun when the rules are known in advance, you know? I mean, I think it's kind of cool to have like the tweet engagement be like part of the APR, part of the game. I mean, I think that's very forward thinking, but it might not come off well.
That's fair.
100 retweets and it's the tip drop or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we could airdrop to all the Angel Vault holders. I think that'd be a lot easier. Like, we can airdrop to all the people in the vault, you know, a bonus stream or something beyond the rewards for Twitter engagement.
Yeah, I think in that vein, just kind of following the trail of thought here, if we were to tease an airdrop instead of explicitly saying, if you hold an LP on this day, you'll get an airdrop, maybe just say like, maybe literally just have all this stuff tweeted out and then just like tweet like WEN airdrop, like when airdrop, and then maybe like the eyes emoji, something funny. So people are like, oh shit, they just tweeted this and now they're saying something about an airdrop. I'm gonna put 2 and 2 together and hold an LP token. I don't know, maybe just make it fun like that way.
Yeah.
Create speculation, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that idea. Maybe, and I don't know if this makes sense, but also maybe like that could be also especially for the people that hold on the when the rewards were lower. But I don't know, maybe not, because we want them to take some money out and put some money in and go with the flow of the market.
Yeah.
I don't know, just ideas. Make it fun.
I like it. I'm excited when we get everyone back after burning. Like, now that we're starting the praise reward system, I think that we're gonna unlock like 3.5% of our total supply. 35 million Give tokens is set aside for rewards for like user behavior. So we can use those tokens for things, and it would be cool to get a little more creative like this. But it's the top of the hour. I need to jump into another call.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. Well, that was an awesome meeting. Thanks everyone for your time as always.